Hi. I want to share with you something that I think is kind of cool. It is a story of humility and hope. Humility for me and hope for all of us. The story starts with an email from somebody I didn't know, I've never met, but whose email was both credible and surprising. In the email, he politely introduced himself and noted that as a child, he lived about 90 minutes outside of Buffalo, where I'm originally from. He also noted that he looked me up on the internet. I'm not that hard to find. Since he and his parents lived in Western New York, they shared the same newspaper that our family read, the Buffalo News. Now, some quick historical perspective to make this all make sense. In what I believe was my sophomore year of high school, so this would be around 1980 or thereabouts, students in my English class were required to write an essay on a topic that was important to us. It was basically a creative writing exercise. My topic was pretty much on how you should not always try to conform to everything and not to be judgy. Why? Many of the people I knew at the time were always wearing fashionable clothes, logoed clothes, got drunk, got high, all that sort of stuff, and then judged harshly those people who didn't do the same as them. So basically, it's standard high school behavior that was in the beginning, is now, and forever shall be. And it annoyed me and still does. Now, while I didn't do any of that stuff and made it through high school pretty much unscathed with friends, plenty of friends, still to this day, I noticed others who didn't fare so well, and I kind of wrote that piece for them. To be clear, I was not always saintly nor as kind as I should have been in high school, so don't mistake my writing as me being better than anyone else. To my shame, I could be a jerk too. To sum up, teacher loved the essay and asked if I would be willing to publish it in the Buffalo News. For my thoughts and troubles, I'd get a $15 gift certificate from a record store. And I had long ago forgot any of this happened. Bringing this all back to present day when I get an email from this kind guy named Eric. He lives in New York City now. In the body of Eric's email is a picture of the article from the Buffalo News from 1980, cut out from that Sunday edition of the Buffalo News. Eric's email noted that his mom saw the article in the Buffalo News and cut it out for him because she felt it would resonate with him. Eric was not much of a smoker or drinker or anything like that, much like me in those days and still to this day, and she thought it would be valuable for him. He liked it. He took the article with him to college. He still has the essay, cut out from the Buffalo News from 1980, hanging in his kitchen today for his kids. Wait, what? Stunned, shocked, so incredibly humbled. I mean, literally speechless. I needed a day to process this before I could respond to Eric's email, just trying to be able to stumble out a proper thank you for what he has just shared with me. This was amazing. How do you properly offer gratitude in an email for this kind of news? I was like 14 or 15 years old. I knew my family kept the article on the fridge for a little while, but even we threw it out. I cannot comprehend that this article, written by a 14, 15-year-old, still has an impact for this gentleman and his family more than 4 decades later. Here's the best part. This story isn't about me. The real takeaway is how we each can have a great impact on other people without knowing it. This is where the hope part of all this comes in. After being kind of gobsmacked by Eric's email, the kindness of it, the message of it, I thought to myself, we can all do this. Every single one of us. We can do it for everyone, most especially, for the people we really don't know that we just run into on a daily basis. In line at a grocery store, at a business meeting, in a doctor's office. People that you just start talking with and you have a conversation with, you don't realize what you're saying is having an impact on their lives. But it can, especially online. My thought is, let's all try and make that impact more positive. We don't know what they're going through. We don't know what they're hearing. We don't know the impact our words are having. Let's not try and break down people. Let's bring them up. We can have a positive impact on people's lives. We can do it. It takes so little effort. If you're not sure you can do it, understand that a 14, 15-year-old boy in 1980 wrote an article, and it had an impact that has lasted 40 years for one family. You're amazing. Your family knows it. Don't forget to share that greatness with strangers.